When you're scrolling through endless options for a patio set, the biggest worry is ending up with something that looks great in the pictures, but turns out to be a pain to assemble, falls apart after a season, or just doesn't fit the way you plan to use it. I've spent a good chunk of my weekends setting up a few different outdoor lounges, and I know how frustrating it can be to waste time and money on a piece that feels off once it's out in the sun. That's why today I'm breaking down the vidaXL outdoor lounge set with gray cushions and natural wood frames, looking at what it actually delivers in a real backyard, not just the marketing copy. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the whole idea behind this set is to give you a sleek, modern look without the price tag of a high-end designer collection. The frame is made from natural wood that's been treated for outdoor conditions, and the cushions are a medium-density foam covered in a gray fabric that promises to hide the inevitable dust and light stains you get from outdoor use. The set includes 2 lounge chairs and a low coffee table, which is enough to create a small conversation area or a cozy spot for a morning coffee. That's the baseline promise, but the question is whether it lives up to it when you actually pull the pieces out of the box and start using them. The assembly part is where many people stumble, and in my experience the vidaXL package is fairly generous with step-by-step pictures. You'll need a basic screwdriver and a bit of elbow grease, but you can have the whole thing put together in about 30 minutes if you follow the instructions. There's no need for a power drill or any hidden tools, which is a plus for anyone who isn't a DIY enthusiast. The only hiccup I noticed was that the wood slats are a little tight on the corners, so you'll have to apply a bit of force to snap them into place. It's not a deal breaker, but it's worth knowing so you don't get surprised mid-assembly. Once the set is up, the first thing you'll notice is the overall sturdiness. The wood frame feels solid under weight, and the cross-bracing underneath the seats adds a level of stability that keeps the chairs from wobbling even when you shift around. This is a real advantage if you have kids who love to jump on the furniture or if you often host gatherings where people move around a lot. The cushions are plush enough to be comfortable for a quick sit, but they're not so soft that you sink in and feel unsupported. I tried lounging for a full hour with a book, and the backrest gave enough resistance to keep me upright without needing a pillow. For a casual outdoor setting, that balance works well. One of the practical strengths that isn't always highlighted is the way the gray cushions handle weather. The fabric is a polyester blend that resists water absorption, so a light drizzle won't soak through instantly. I left the chairs out during an unexpected rainstorm, and while the surface got a bit damp, the cushions dried fairly quickly once the sun came back out. That said, these cushions aren't designed for year-round exposure in harsh climates. If you live somewhere with heavy snow or salty sea air, you'll want to store them during the off-season or invest in a protective cover. It's a hidden trade-off. You get a nice look now, but you have to plan for maintenance later. Versatility is another angle worth discussing. The low coffee table is just the right height for a cup of tea, a plate of snacks, or a small potted plant. Because the legs are made from the same wood, the table blends seamlessly with the chairs, creating a cohesive look. If you have a small balcony, you can push the chairs together and use the table as a sideboard for a compact dinner setup. On a larger patio, you can spread the chairs out and use the table as a central gathering point. That flexibility lets you adapt the set to different social situations without buying extra furniture. Now, who should consider buying this set? If you're furnishing a modest-sized patio, balcony, or garden nook and you want a modern aesthetic without splurging, this is a solid candidate. It works especially well for renters who need a piece that's relatively easy to move and store. The easy assembly and moderate weight mean you can take it down at the end of the season without a crew of helpers. It's also a good fit for people who value a quick, comfortable seating option for short outdoor breaks rather than a permanent, heavy-duty lounge for extended sunbathing sessions. On the flip side, skip this set if you're looking for a deep, recliner-style lounge that lets you lie flat for hours, or if you need furniture that can withstand constant exposure to intense sun, salt, or heavy snowfall without any extra care. The wood, while treated, is